Welcome back to NLSS. I'm MadMegaX381, and I'm going to be playing Metal Storm. Hello, everybody. I'm going to reset here because this is strategic. I don't want it to play the demo. It can break the controls. So, all right, we're going to restart here, and we'll just go when I hit start. That's okay. Normally we do our SDA timing, but it's okay. 3, 2, 1, go. All right. So this game has excellent music, excellent sprites, and it also does one of my favorite things, which is it breaks the law of gravity. We don't abide by gravity in this game. We don't care because we can do this. We can walk on the ceiling, which is super cool. So I love the story in this game. There's a rich lore. And it is that humanity is super advanced now, and we have basically created a Death Star, and it's hanging out near the planet Pluto, because Pluto is still a planet. That's right, Pluto is still a planet. Fight me. And
sorry, near the grass type.
Yeah, exactly. Doesn't matter.
Metal Storm has its say.
Exactly. Pluto's a planet. Don't care. So it's controlled by an AI, and that AI goes rogue and wants to destroy humanity.
That was the first boss.
Yeah, and that was the first boss. Things happen pretty quickly in this game. So that's stage 1 clear. Now we'll start stage 2. That's usually how numbers work. Just because Pluto's still a planet doesn't mean that any of the other normal, sciencey things are broken. I mentioned one of the cool things about the graphics. You'll notice that the way that the background moves in this, that's called parallax scrolling. It gives like an appearance of depth to the to where you are. So it looks like what I'm standing on is way, like there's something that's way behind it. It's really kind of neat that this has some really cool little. D-pad didn't want to work there to let me change my my gravity, which is super scary because this game is one-hit kill unless you pick up an armor, which I just did. So now I can actually take a hit, but I'm gonna try to hold on to that if I can help it. That's a tight little trick right there. It saves you 1 gravity flip. It's not a huge deal, but maybe saves like 3/4 of a second, give or take. So this is the second boss. It just shoots lasers at us.
It is a nice boss.
But whoop.
Oh, and you're gonna be all speedrunner. Get right up in their grill.
Yeah. So one of the great things about this game is it has an auto fire, so I don't have to mash, which, coming from Mega Man games, is really nice. It feels a lot better. My thumb appreciates when I play this game. At least my right one does. My left one holding the D-pad is less happy. This stage is awesome because we get these land speeders, snow speeders. If you've ever seen Empire Strikes Back, that's absolutely what these look like to me. I just changed my power-up, so there are different power-ups in this game. This one is the gravity flame power-up, and I pick it up so that I can do this. And it's become a ball of fire as I jump between floor and ceiling. It's specifically picked up in that screen so that I don't take damage from that thing that shoots like right before the edge there. But then I switch to the P power-up, which is just the powered-up blaster, which is a wider hitbox, and it does more damage, and so it's just more advantageous for a speed run. We're gonna take that a little slow because I got off cycle. Everything in this game, for the most part, is completely repeatable if you do it right. So there's not really a ton of RNG. It's almost exclusively execution. It really is nothing but execution. That's boss 3. Like you just. The moral of this game is get up to the boss as close as you can and just beat it to death with your powered-up blaster. And
the squares maybe the trickiest boss? Certainly casually, I would say it is.
Oh yeah, I think so.
I don't know speedrun-wise. It's been a while since it's been
The stage 5 is probably the one that gives me the most trouble because the setup for it for a speedrun is kind of difficult. So this is the no wrong warp category.
Yeah.
Where I picked up that armor in this stage, you can actually, if you take damage and pick up armor on the same frame, it will jump you forward to the next checkpoint. So that's the any percent category, but it's
attack the white hat.
Yes, it's a little. It's not even a little. It's pretty unreliable.
Yeah, it's tough.
White Hat's run is absurd. I'm second on that leaderboard, and I'm 25 seconds behind him. So it's a 10-minute run. So that's it's a huge difference. That's a like absurd run. But on the bright side, even though we don't get to skip these stages, the music is awesome. So we're stuck in this elevator, but get some pretty rad tunes. We're okay with.
Jams up in chat.
This is the only mid-boss in the game, and we kill him by 3, and then because we have the armor, we can walk into the last one, it kills him, boom, done. You can actually fight him a little faster, you can kind of like jump above them and slide around, but being a little safe, marathon caution, you know. Here we're fighting the shrimp. We don't like our shellfish on the planet Pluto, or near the planet Pluto, I guess. These things have like an eye that follows you. Like I think that's another one of those cool like little art things that they did on this. Like this eye will follow you around, which is kind of disturbing, but that's okay. And now we get these like barriers that come up. This one here on the right isn't too bad. 2 of them are going to spawn here, and this is one of the main lag sections, I guess, in the game. Is that it? So. Honestly, you can take damage there just because you won't shoot as much as you think you have. You get kind of a pretty good feel for the amount of damage that you're doing at various times once you play this enough, and I've definitely felt like, oh yeah, I've killed both. No, I just walked into it because lag has decided to eat half of my damage. Cool. So that's 4-2, and this is the stage 4 boss. We only have to kill this thing in the center. These 2 things up at the top, you can kill them, but you don't have to beat the boss. So you can just like basically, again, just right up against it and just hold
the that the guy's going to travel, you can adjust accordingly and just follow him with shots the entire time, and you don't have to worry about the laser guys on the floor and the ceiling.
This stage is far and away the most difficult, I think, in the speed run, especially, honestly, I think probably in any percent or in No Wrong Warp. Everything is very tight, everything is cycle-based. We're going to play it probably a little more cautious than normally would. Again, a little bit of safe marathon strats here. So these things, these lasers, they're just on a cycle, and there's not a whole lot you can do about them. When they are on the screen, they will fire if they're supposed to be firing. So you can walk onto a screen where one of these things is and immediately take damage just because it's already firing. So you have to be careful about that. You know what? We're gonna do something different here. We're gonna do that.
That's different.
That was.
I haven't seen that yet.
Well, that's cool because we got to see the explosion, which is super rad explosion. And that's not the end of the world because we can pick up that armor there. We really do not want to not have armor going into the end of this stage, just because it is super slow. All right. We're gonna try. Okay, good. Should be good here. Yep, we'll be fine. Yeah. So we wanted that armor to be able to get through that, because those 3 there, they just cause a lot of lag.
Yeah.
So this boss is a bit trolly, but Substyley found this awesome strat where you just go to the edge of this platform here, and you just stand right under him, and boom, done.
Pretty good.
And now we can stand on the spikes. It doesn't hurt us. So that's stage 5. That stage 5 boss is terrifying, and I have absolutely walked off onto those spikes on multiple occasions on good runs.
Daisy.
It happens. These guys fire depending upon which direction gravity is, so you just have to know that and accommodate it. You can basically just walk through this whole section here.
Yeah, screen wraps.
Yeah, it's screen wraps, which is pretty cool. We kill that guy for lag reduction exclusively. We come down over here, buffer the input to change gravity. We're gonna walk over to here and use the fact that we're falling, pick up that armor so we have, a little extra life. Kill this thing, kill this guy. little damage there, a little damage here. Shoot him again. That's a little bit of lag reduction. And all right, now this is if I'm gonna try to do the fast strat on this, and it's nope. Might be able to do it partially. This is a really tough. No, I screwed it up. I'll have one more shot at it. The actual fast strat for this boss is absolutely absurd. I have no idea how I had armor, and I thought I mean, if you run into those and they crush you, they will kill you. But I guess I got crushed and not took damage from the. I honestly thought I'd taken damage from the fall in the first place, so I was a little out of sorts.
So these boxes are rotating around, and you'll see the little windows near the top open, and when they're open, that's when MadMega can attack.
Right. There's like the little mechanical brains in there. That's the only time that they can take damage. So
see, when you're playing this casually, because they rotate around, you have to kill all of them, and you're standing on top of one. You have to figure out the timing, and it's really tricky when you first get going in this game.
Alright, so that is the real stages. Now we have, like any good NES game, now we get a boss rush.
It turns out it was a Mega Man game all along.
You just grab that power up for no good reason. One of the nice things here is that no matter what happens from this point on, if I die, I just will start. Even if I game over, I will just start at whatever boss I died on.
Really
so,
cool.
So at this point, the run is not a problem. We don't have to worry about it. We can pick up any power up we need, whatever.
I was gonna say, if you game over, though, you get that power up screen first. Right?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
Yeah, which is really nice.
Which is great because some of these bosses trying to fight them without the power up is
no good.
just atrocious. You don't want to do it.
Upgraded?
No, the refights
same
are
thing?
completely identical to the original fight. So they're once you know how to do them, you can just fly right on through. So this is another one you just. I mean, there's a safer start where you just go here and you wait and it'll come down to you and it won't hit you, but it takes like an extra 7 or 8 seconds, and we don't have time for that. Just absolute the powered up weapon just absolutely melts most of these bosses, which is you definitely appreciate it. And so now we get this guy again. This is literally so much easier than, like, you can still die here, but the old method was you would shoot and then you'd be running back and forth trying to avoid shots, and it was just a mess.
So it keeps cycling through colors, and it shoots different projectiles in different colors. So when he wins the blue projectile, he has to jump.
That might work. Might be okay. We're going to be a little slow on one of these, but that's okay. All right, and I think it's this one that I want to be under. All right, that's a much faster fight. Time is coming up when this thing connects at the far left side. I'll say when, but I have to blow up 4 things, and then it'll cause the self-destruct to save humanity. No big deal. And time.
GG!
Just not much time.
See you later, Pluto. And now Pluto's not a planet anymore.
Nope.
Canon.
I can live with that.
Good.
Yeah, with 2 deaths, I can live with that. Earth Nation. I am now immortal, and
Oh, nice.
I have immortality. Hang tough.
Just wait until the Fire Nation attacks.
Oh yeah, you going in the second loop?
No, there's a second loop. Do you want me to?
It's a game for experts.
Yeah.
That was a game for babies.
Yeah,
We
that
just
was
played.
that was a game for giant babies, a maximum baby game. Things are a lot different. So this looks the same, right? Oh no. That was even bad there.
That's what it looks like.
Oh.
Oh wait. I can. It's even worse. It's worse than that. So you thought that it was. So these take way more damage now. Before it used to be 1 shot and they would go down. So now there's a whole bunch of. Okay, I can't even beat like the first stage of the second loop. It's absurd. They just throw tons more enemies at you. Because I have this crappy weapon, I barely do any damage. There we go. Okay, now. And so it'll start to actually pull up extra stuff that is not in the original stage. Like, you know, these things are. Oh God! All right, I don't know the cycle, so all I can say is, when they say try a game for experts, they are not lying.
Okay.
It is very difficult. Yeah, experts. I'm okay. This is absurd.
All right, well, great job.
So yeah.
Great job.